Well, I first joined this church when I was a lad of about 4 little tots, and I went through the primary department, grew up into the different sections of the Sunday school. Then I was a leader of one of the departments, and then as I grew older I came into the choir, and then there were occasions when I deputised for Mr. Bill Martin, who was the organist here, because at that time Bill Martin used to work at Daniel's, which was the big nurseries in Norwich, which is now named after the Daniel's Road, which is now Notcuts. Well, Daniel's nurseries were up there, you see. Well, Bill Martin had to go occasionally to London to the Chelsea Flower Show. And he would be playing perhaps the organ here on a Sunday morning, and he would say, well, I can't play the organ for tonight because I've got to be at London. Will you play it for me? So I said, yes, all right. So I used to deputise for him. And then the other way, it'd be the other way around. He would be playing in the evening, and he said, well, I can't play next Sunday morning. Will you play for me then? Or vice versa. So I deputised for him, and then I also joined the choir. Mr. Eade was the tenor soloist here, and he took me into hand, and so I began to sing tenor with him, and I've sung tenor ever since.
How long were you?
Well, then I was here until, because at that time I didn't live very near. I lived in Patricia Road, you see. We were, we were married here in 1937. And then we had our house built, and we were on Patricia Road, which is off Trafford Road. Well, at that time, I was working for British Telecoms, and of course my work entailed Sunday work. Well, you used to start at 6:30 in the in the evening, and it was too much for me because I hadn't a car in those days. I had a bicycle, my wife didn't. So what we had to do was walk from Patricia Road down to Park Lane here, which was a bit of a struggle. When I'm leaving off in St Andrews at 6 o'clock at night, I just used to rush home for a cup of tea and just a bite of a biscuit, and then we had to walk right down here. Actually, we did this before we were married 4 times a Sunday. We would come to Sunday morning service, walk back for lunch, back again in the afternoon for Sunday school, for teaching and so on, walk back again for tea, back again the evening service, and then back again night. So we had quite a good walk in those days. And that was right through Brunswick Road and Grove Road, right up onto Trafford Road. And so after that, it was impossible. Leaving off at 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening, I thought, well, I just can't do that. I'll have to change over. And so then I joined Chapelfield Road, which I've been to ever since.
Good.